Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity for starting and giving a recap of whatever we have discussed in last class. As has been instructed and requested by many devotees, that due to the bad recording I have got, the response also less. So I seek blessing from Anuman Roj and all the senior devotees before starting the class. So I am taking an humble attempt to record this in Zoom also, so that whoever has not able to attend can see the video. I don't know how it will work the first time I am trying. So we are sharing the screen in the Zoom also. Whatever we are seeing here, we will be trying to. So the first chapter in the last class we have discussed that the name of the chapter. The name of the chapter has been given here in the Bhagavad Gita as it is in the English translation, whatever Srila Prabhupada has done, has been given as a observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Now, if you see the Bengali translation, in the Bengali translation it has been given the Vishad. So, actually, Srila Prabhupada has followed the footsteps. First of all, why this Bhagavad Gita is as it is? Anybody can give any observation?
It is unadulterated. It is the way the milk is produced.
Anyone else? Anything else? I think this has been discussed in the introduction section. See, the one way of seeing the as it is, because Srila Prabhupada has given, last time also I have shown, in the starting of the Bhagavad Gita, there is, Srila Prabhupada has expressed a special acknowledgement and gratitude to a particular personality of the Acharya. Can anyone remember? Baladev Vidyabhushan. Why it is so? Any idea? Because Srila Prabhupada has given this Bhakti Vedanta purport in line with Baladev Vidyabhushan's Gita Bhushan, the Baladev Vidyabhushan's commentary. Based on that commentary here, he has given this purport. So he has not manufactured anything, and he has not given anything from his own way. And that is also, if you see the first verse, first purport, there also Prabhupada has written that don't try to understand Bhagavad Gita from your own personal motivation. So there is no scope of personal motivation for understanding or personal interpretation for understanding Bhagavad Gita. So this title Prabhupada has taken from the Acharyas only. Some of the Acharyas in line with our parampara has given this title, that is observing the armies of the battlefield. So Prabhupada has taken this title. And this title is very much in line with the content of the first chapter. Because here Arjuna is actually seeing, observing the armies on the battlefield. And in the chapter only you will see that Arjuna will request Krishna that please take my rath, take my chariot in between, and I want to see. So in this connection, I was hearing one lecture that actually this is the problem we have. When we try to see on our own independent vision that I want to observe something, then only the problem comes. Before that, Arjuna was ready to shoot the arrow. But before shooting the arrow, he expressed the desire, I want to observe. And Krishna knows Arjuna's most weakest point and weakest part. And so Krishna intentionally took the chariot in front of Bhishma and Dronacharya. And this situation will come in our life also. Krishna will test. Before the fight, Krishna intentionally took Arjuna's rath Arjuna's chariot in front of Bhishma, because Krishna knew very well that Arjuna has the weakest corner in his heart for Bhishma and Drona. So here Krishna allows. Krishna never interfere in our free will. So Krishna allows, whenever we will like to view, we will like to observe our own, you observe. But and at that point, from that point, the problem starts. When he observed independently, then he got an emotional struck, and it was like a nervous breakdown. And this Vishad Jog is the after effect of that observation. So some acharyas has given this title as a Vishad Yoga, which is the after effect of the observation, and someone has given the initiation of the after effect. So both the title is there in the Bengali. His name is Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, and has given the title as a Vishad Yoga, has taken from hopefully Bhakti Vinod Thakur's commentary. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur actually given has two commentary. So either of the commentary he has taken this Vishad Yoga, and it is quite difficult to understand why it is Vishad Yoga. Vishad means now this Bhagavad Gita is called a Yoga Shastra. Yoga Shastra. Why it is Yoga Shastra? Because it gives a connection between us and the Lord. So that's why it is a Yoga Shastra. So now Vishad means what? Vishad means it is a Viyoga. The yoga situation is the natural situation that we are connected with the Lord. But due to the material situation, we got disconnected. There is Viyoga. So this Vishad, after independent observation of Arjuna comes to a point of Viyoga, because he was supposed to fight, and that was the intention. After so many things has happened, after that the situation has reached that there will be a fight, and Arjuna was the main important fighter to lead the battle. So that's why he was supposed to fight. But what happens? He got nervous breakdown. So Vishad, this nervous breakdown is actually the after effect of his independent observation, and this caused breakdown of the link of that goal, that united goal that he had with Lord. So similarly, we also had a united goal with Lord to serve him. Arjuna was also, by fighting, he was supposed to serve God. But he declined, he denied that I don't want to fight. So that's why the after effect was that Vishad Yoga. And that situation caused the Bhagavad Gita to reveal Krishna. That situation actually inspired Krishna to reveal this knowledge, this wisdom of yoga. Because he was in yoga, so he has to be bringing it to the yoga. And actually, our situation is also similar. We are also in this yoga situation because we are disconnected, because we are also observing this world independently. Actually, our situation should be to observe through the vision of Lord and through the vision of the Lord's devotees. For that reason, we need to hear this Bhagavad Gita so that we can again revive that vision. I think this is the first thing I would like to discuss. So the main theme of the Bhagavad Gita, as you can see in this slide, that Lord's protection. So in the due course of time we will find how Lord is giving the protection here. And this Yoga Shastra, this entire Bhagavad Gita is actually the Lord's protection. In this material world, we are in a lost situation. So Lord is actually, by this knowledge, is supposed to reclaim us from this miserable situation. So we will see how Lord is acting as a Bhakta Vatshal and giving us protection to revive us, reclaim us from our miserable Yoga or Vishada situation. So we are actually in Vishada situation, and Lord is there to reveal His wisdom. So now I think this is readable from the last, the two section has been given. The first section is the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita, and second section, this is the overview of the first chapter. The first chapter is divided into two sections. One is introduction, that is from verse 1 to 27, and the second section is Arjuna's reason not to fight. That is, Arjuna will put forward his reason, that is from verse 28 to 46. And this subsection 1 to 27 has been divided into three subsections. That is preparation for war, that is 1.1 to 11, and then subsection 2 is Pandava's sign of victory, that is 1.12 to 20, and then subsection 3 is Krishna as Bhaktavatsal. And the subsection of section 2 we'll see in the next slide. This is the subsection of the section 2, that is Arjuna's reason not to fight. Arjuna will put forward some reason which will be discussed thematically from verse 1.28 to 30. That is the compassion, how Arjuna will put forward the compassion factor for denying the war. Secondly, he will put forward the enjoyment factor, that is from 1.31 to 35, and then from 36 to 38 he will give the fear of sinful reactions, and then from 1.39 to 43 he will give the reason of destruction of family tradition. And then there will be another section, that is indecision, that will be discussed in the chapter 2 from 2.6. So today, actually this is a recap of last class, a brief recap. The subsection we will today discuss, supposed to complete preparation for war, that is verse number 1 to 11. So, so this verse number 1 we will start today. Shall I go deeply like the recap, or we will go little fast, because it will be a repetition of the last class. Little fast. So this 1.1 verse is very important. So somebody will read, or I will read. The verse should be read because we could not connect this this laptop, so I cannot show the verse here. We can start reading together. It is there? It is there. So it is there. Dhritarashtra uvacha dharmakhetre kurukshetre shamoveto jujutshava mamuka pandavaschaiva kimakurvata sanjaya. So the translation goes like this. Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjay, after my sons and sons of Pandu assembled in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, desiring to fight, what did they do? So in this connection, in the last class we have discussed, this question is a little bit contradictory. It is something like, after sitting for prasadam, what we have done? Sitting for prasadam, we are supposed to take prasadam. But then why Dhritarashtra is asking this question, that after assembling for fight, what did they did? What did they do? So that means there is a hidden fear and hidden confusion in his mind, because he was fearful of some factors. So let us see in the slide. So here actually this verse has two sections. One is Dhritarashtra's apprehension. What is the reason of the apprehension? Because the normal course of action may not happen. That was his appreciation. Suppose people have assembled for taking prasadam, and they are supposed to take prasadam. So there is no question of any doubt that they will take prasadam. Similarly here, they have assembled for fight and they will fight, so there is no question of any apprehension, and there is no question of asking them what did they do. But there is a hidden apprehension. there is a doubt. What is the doubt? The doubt has a two factor. Why we doubt? And in the doubt, and this verse actually reveals the psychology of Dhritarashtra. What is the psychology? He is thinking that he is hoping, actually hoping for the impossible. He is hoping something for the impossible and fearing for the inevitable. He was knowing very well that what is going to happen. Actually, everyone was knowing. I was today hearing a lecture where Karna was also knowing. Karna has seen a dream, what has happened, about the consequence. He has seen that Yudhishthira has been coronated as the king. That and before that, after that dream, Krishna comes to Karna. That see, I know that you are the eldest of the Pandavas. You will be the king, because as per the hereditary right, you should be the king. So you just disassociate from Duryodhana, but he could not. So that is separate discussion. We will come in the later section. So the main point is that inevitable consequence is there, and it was known to Dhritarashtra that what is going to happen. Then also he was hoping. So that's why he was asking a question. And it has a lot of discussion, and then in the last class we have done. Actually, Dhritarashtra has a fear because the influence, the battlefield is a very important place, the Dharmakhetra. And in the Dharmakhetra, there is an influence of positivity. The positive ambience is there. And we discussed that how it is positive ambience can influence a person. And that's why Dhritarashtra was fearing that there might be, actually Prabhupada has written in the purport, that there might be a peace deal between the two brothers, two sides, between the Duryodhana's party and the Pandavas. Actually, this Duryodhana's party is a term Prabhupada used to use in his lecture, Duryodhana's party. So I am also trying to use that same way. So Duryodhana's party, and it is Pandava's side. So he was actually, I told you yesterday that in the last class that he knew, even though he knew, but he did not want any compromise, because he wanted that his son should become a sovereign king, Nishkantok. Nishkantok means there should not be any hindrance. So if there is a peace deal, their Pandavas will be there. Suppose the peace deal was what? The peace proposal has already been given by Krishna, that give us a 5 village, we will rule. But that was also has been rejected. So that's why Duryodhana was thinking that if there is a positive influence of the Kurukshetra, that place, then there may not be fight, and if there is no fight, then there will not be the sovereign kingship for the Duryodhana. But again there was a doubt, because he was knowing the consequence. So this was one part, and another part we have seen the influence of Kurukshetra. So the influence of Kurukshetra. So this hoping for the impossible is showing, and now this hoping for the impossible is actually why he is hoping, what he is hoping? He is hoping that my son, that was he said Mamuka. This Mamuka, what is very, very significant in this verse? Mamuka and Pandavascha. Though they belong to the same family member, but he differentiated between them. That this side, my side is Mamuka and they are Pandava. So this shows his partition mentality. Secondly, his hidden desire to be fulfilled, that he could not become king, but his son would become king. We also have this type of mentality, isn't it? We sometimes think we wanted to become an engineer. I could not become, my son will become engineer. I could not become successful businessman. My son will become, and we try to impose that thing. So this thing we should remember, we should learn from here only. This one verse, actually with this one verse we can discuss 2-3 classes. But due to the time limitation, and we should also read some other lessons also. So that's why this is a brief understanding. So his physical he was physically, from his vision he was blinded. But this physical blindness has led to a mental blindness. He was mentally binded with the attachment with his sons. His son Duryodhana, he was very, very attached. Even though he knew that his son were doing the wrong things, but he could not stop them. He was having the right, he was having the power, but he could not stop because he was very much blindly attached. So we also remember that thing during our parenting stage, that we should not be. We should have love for our kids. We should love for our sons and daughters, but we should not blindly support their wrong things. So this is one important thing. Secondly, the fear of the inevitable that already we have discussed. Pandava may win and compromise may happen. So these two are the factors already we have discussed of the compromisation thing. And now influence of Dharmakhetra. This influence of Dharmakhetra, in this part we have there are these places we have discussed in the last class that this place Kurukshetra is a very pious place from the Vedic time only. And since Vedic time there were so many pious activities has been done in this Kurukshetra place. Like after the Kuru particularly has done big Joka. So at that time, anywhere place where the Joko is happening, it is a pious place. Now in today's situation, Shankirtan Joko is a place. So wherever the Shankirtan Joko is happening, it is a pious place. So this is also a very pious place. So like that. So this is how the piety begins. But piety is not the end. Okay. But Shankirtan Joko can give, along with piety, the gift can give the spirituality also. So this is the extra benefit for Kali Yuga. So this was a very pious place. And in the pious place, what happens? Dharma. The Dharma resides. And the Dharma personified Krishna was also there. So with his presence, it becomes further pious. It becomes further potent for righteous thing to happen. So here, in this verse, the purport, in the very purport, Srila Prabhupada has given the hints of Krishna's Bhakta Vatshal aspect. How he has given? He has written, actually this has also come in some Acharya's purport, some Acharya's comment from there he has taken. The Dharmakhetra is a Khetra. Khetra means what? It is a field. In the field is what happens in the field? In the field the cultivation happens. So in this field, what is happening? The cultivation of Dharma grain. Cultivation of Dharma grain is happening. Okay. And who is doing the cultivation? Who is doing the cultivation? Who is doing the cultivation? Who is the cultivator? Krishna is the cultivator. Okay. So Krishna is the cultivator. And for Dharma grain to cultivate, there is one thing should happen. The weeds. There will be weeds in the Khetra. Because this Khetra is situated in the material realm. So in the material realm, any Khetra will have weeds. So this weeds has to be uprooted. So here the weeds is what? The weeds is actually the Kaurava party, the Duryodhana's party. Again, in line with Krishna and Prabhupada. Duryodhana's party. And Krishna as a cultivator will do all sorts of cultivation to uproot this Kaurava's party. And that has been hinted here by this influence. This is the influence of Dharma. I think things are sinking in you, or it is becoming very difficult. I can repeat, anyone has any problem? So this is the influence of Dharmakhetra. Okay. So this is one part. I think this is all about first verse. Now let us come to the second verse. How to change? I don't know how to change. Like that. So you can read these words, the purport together. I don't know, in this week I have got very less response of the answers, the assignment that has been given. What is the reason? I don't know. Is it the reason that it has been asked to read the purport? I have given a question that you should read these two words along with purport. That's why the response was a little less. I don't know. Anyone has any feedback or any shortcomings from our side can let us know. That we have got only 6 respond. In the last week we have got around 12, 13 respond. It was half this. So let us chant this verse, verse number 1.2. Sanjaya Uvacha. Now Sanjaya is answering. Sanjaya Uvacha. Dishtva tu pandavainaikam buddham durjadhanastada acharjam upasangam raja vachanam abravit. The translation is like that. Sanjay said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in military formation by sons of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher and spoke the following words. So, in this connection, we have discussed in the last class, and also we have given the assignment also, that why Duryodhana has been referred here as the king. Anyone has remembered from the last class?
Sanjay, he wanted to impress Dhritarashtra, that's why he referred him as a king.
Exactly. So actually, as we have already discussed, that king was in a despondent situation, and the root cause of his despondency was that whether his son will ever become king or not. So even though Duryodhana was not officially king, he has been referred to as a king. Now this Raja word has a dual meaning. Raja, one meaning is king. Another meaning is he is expert in Rajniti. He is also called as a Raja. So here actually, in that sense, Duryodhana is actually really very much expert in Rajniti, diplomacy. So in that sense, this is quite fitting address for Duryodhana. And his political diplomacy will be revealed in the following verses. So this is one part of this section, and this encouragement already we have discussed in this part also. Srila Prabhupada highlighted that Dhritarashtra is not only bereaved from his physical vision, but bereaved from spiritual vision due to his attachment. I am moving a little fast. And the fear of mind has already been discussed, that why he was fearful. And here, the Duryodhana's political part was that he has gone to Brahmana commander. Who was the Brahmana commander? Dronacharya was the Brahmana commander. So even though Prabhupada has written that even though Duryodhana was diplomatically very expert, but his hidden fear was exposed because he could not take decision of his own. He is going to his commander and discussing the matter. Why? Because after he has also seen the arrangement of the army arrangement of the Pandavas, and that has caused fear in his mind. So verse 3 we will discuss. I don't know where is Charles Rose Doctor? কি একটা টিকে সার্চ করে চলে যাচ্ছে না সব আমি সেটা করতে আছি কি একটা কিছু এখানে
I think everybody has a book.
Yes.
In this chant.
Yes. So we can chant from book or from smartphone anywhere. Third sloka. Pashyaitam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chanum Buddham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. So actually this is the thing, Duryodhana was speaking, but Duryodhana Uvacha is not there in the Bhagavad Gita somewhere or other. It was, Sanjay was broadcasting. So the diplomacy of Duryodhana has been exposed here. I think most of you know the story. You know the story, there was a quarrel between Drupada and Dronacharya. You know the story? The quarrel of... How to change this slide, just to show me. So from that context, here, Duryodhana was showing the how you show how to change the slide from এটা তো তাই ঠিক আছে এখন হয়ে গেছে আচ্ছা অল ট্যাপ করলে চলে আসবে So here Duryodhana has referred the Drupada Putra. He was referred to Drupada Putra. Actually, Drishyadharma is the name of the Drupada Putra. But he has particularly mentioned in that way. This is the diplomacy of Duryodhana. Why? Because there was a past quarrel between Dronacharya and Drupada. So, and in that quarrel, what is the consequence? That Drupada was kidnapped by Arjuna, and that's why Drupada felt, under the instruction of Dronacharya, Drupada was caught, was defeated and humiliated, and that's why Drupada was very much, and after that he was freed and has been given the half of the kingdom which he has committed, has given the commitment during their childhood Gurukula days. So after that, Drupada has taken a vow that I will kill this person who has humiliated me like that, and he done a yoga, and after that yoga, the Drishyadharma has come, and he was programmed. He was a programmed human being to kill Dronacharya, and this was not unknown to Dronacharya. But when the time came for Drishyadharma to learn the military art, this is the quite bewildering politics and bewildering strategy in Mahabharata, that he has been sent again to Dronacharya to learn the art of military science. Because he was the best at that time in the world. It was the best institute. The Dronacharya Institute was the best in military science. So he has been sent back to Dronacharya. Now, what Dronacharya could have done? He could have easily rejected. That no, I don't want to teach you because I have an enmity with your father. But what Dronacharya has done? He has imparted the knowledge. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason you think that Dronacharya has imparted the knowledge? Huh?
Duty bound.
Duty bound. Anything else?
See, inevitable is supposed to happen, so you cannot change it, so you accept it.
Okay, anything else? See, Dronacharya, we are telling is a Dronacharya. Dronacharya means what? He was a Brahmana commander. He was a Brahmana teacher. He has a Brahmanical quality within him, and the Brahmanic, though he knows the consequence, he has to impart that knowledge. This is the most important criteria of a teacher that has been mentioned in the purport. And this is lacking in our today's modern education. We have made our education very wonderfully a business. But this was not the case in the earlier days. So this is the thing we can learn, that while imparting knowledge, we should keep it free of cost. So that is the one important aspect of disseminating knowledge. So this is one aspect, and due to that thing, that as Dronacharya has given the military science, has taught, so Duryodhana was reminding him that see, your disciple has now become their main person for this military arrangement. So now you should not take any lenient position. So you should be very much ferocious. He was actually enticing Dronacharya that you should not make any compromise in the battlefield. So in that sense, this verse is very important, and that was the thing that we have to. This verse is all about. You can read further detail from this verse. So we are going to the next slide. So these are the verse from chapter 4, verse 4. So verse 4 goes like this. Atra Shura Mahesha Asha भीमार्जुना समजुधि जुजुधानु विराटश्च ध्रुपदश्च महारथी. Translation goes like this. I should show this. O my teacher, behold the great army of the sons of Pandu. So this has been already discussed. So, chapter 4, verse 4. Here in the army, here in this army are many heroic women equal to fighting Bhima and Arjuna. Great fighters like Duryodhana, Virata and Drupada. So what here Duryodhana is doing? Duryodhana here is analyzing the strength of opponents. So this is one most important strategy. Before we start getting into the fight, we should analyze the opponent. In this regard, what we can learn in our life, that here in this material world, particularly in this Kali Yuga, we are also sometimes take this external influence very cheaply. That nothing will bother me. We can do anything, we can go anywhere, we can be exposed to any source of influence. But that is not the case. Interestingly, I have read recently, the Kali personified. Who is Kali personified? Means this Kali in his past life, in Dapur Yuga, who was he? He was Duryodhana. So here we are actually fighting again with Duryodhana's party. That is the Kali's party. So we should also analyze our opponent with whom we are fighting. So here what Duryodhana is doing, we should learn from Duryodhana. He is first analyzing the opponents before starting the fight. And that's why he is citing the names who was there in the opponent. So we should also remember, and that's why Srila Prabhupada many times says that don't take Maya cheaply. He said that my American disciples, they are wonderful, but the only problem, they take Maya very cheaply. And we know from the history of ISKCON that so many things has happened due to this reason. So this is the one thing we should learn from here, that for anything, whenever we are trying to do endeavor in any field, we should understand what is the consequence may happen, what is the opponent factors are there. So here actually the names of, and these are the great obstacles. So as a Arjuna, Bhima, Duryodhana, Virata, Drupada, so these are the great obstacles. So now come to the verse 5. दृष्टकेतुश्च कीतानो काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान् पूरुजित् कुन्तिभोजश्च शैब्यश्च नरपुङ्गवा. The translation is this: there are also great heroic powerful fighters like Drishtaketu, Chetikan, Kashiraj, Pururaj, Purujit, Kuntibhoj and Shaibha. So this Duryodhana is describing the opponent parties. Nothing is there here. So the next verse we can go. Judhumanascha vikranta uttamajascha virjavan Shaubhatra drupadascha Sarva evo maharatha. There are mighty Judhavana, the very powerful Uttamaja, the son of Shubhadra. Who is the son of Shubhadra? Abhimanyu. And the sons of Draupadi. And all these warriors are great chariot fighters. So he was estimating estimating the opponent, that they are so powerful in their fighting. So this verse, just a bit. So verse. Text 7. Ashmakam tu vishishtaje tannibodho dijottama nayakamam shainnasya sammartham tan prabhimeti. But for your information, best of Brahmanas, let me tell you about the captains who are especially qualified to lead my military force. So here Duryodhana is starting to mentioning who are fighting in his side. So now Duryodhana will will describe his strength. I think our time is over. Or shall we continue? We'll complete up to 1.11. 2 slokas we can complete. Okay. So here. So now Duryodhana will describe his side. Text 8. Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Kripascha Shammiti Jaya Sammitim Jaya Ashwathama Vikarnascha Shaumadattish Tathaivacha. Translation. There are personalities like you, Bhishma, Karna, Kripa, Ashwathama, Vikarna, and the son of Somadatta called Bhurisrava, who are always victorious in battle. So here also Duryodhana has expressed his diplomacy. How he has expressed his diplomacy by now Dronacharya is there, Bhishma is there. Whose name to take first? So here Duryodhana took who was a Brahmana. Dronacharya was a Brahmana, and that's why he has given him the respect by this word Bhavan. This Bhavan word is a very respectful word. Okay. So your good self, sometimes we say your divine grace. So it is like that word. And then he has taken the name of Vishnu. Now interesting thing is he has taken the name of Karna also. Now whether Karna was present at that time in the battlefield, anybody knows?
No, he
No.
wasn't there.
But he was not. Why he was not there?
Because he was not allowed to fight by Bhishma. He said he was not fighting.
So till there was a long story, a long background. As long as Bhishma will be on the battlefield, Karna will not be there, will not enter into the battlefield. So Karna was not there. So then also Duryodhana took his name. This shows his dependence on Karna and his attachment to Karna. So this is one thing. And he has taken the name of amongst Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Kripa, Ashwathama, they are great fighters. What about Vikarna? Why he has took the name of Vikarna? Anyone else?
He was a great woman.
Actually, anyone else? No, there is another reason. Anyone else? From the Mahabharata history. Actually, Vikarna is the only brother of Duryodhana who protested during Draupadi's disrobing incident. So he was a little doubtful whether he will join our party or not. So he ensuring to the commander-in-chief that Vikarna is in my side. So this is the one reason. So here each and everything Duryodhana was revealing, he has an intention. Why he is taking his name. So these are the one thing. So next. Next verse 9. Anna cha bhava shura madartha tatta jivita. Anna cha bhava, sorry. Madartha tatta jivita nana shastra praharana Sarve judha virasha juddha visharada. So here very interesting translation is this. There are many other heroes who are prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. All of them are well equipped with different kinds of weapons and all are experienced in military science. So, this is very important verse. And this has a little bit highlighted. Madartha Takta Jivita. What is the meaning of Madartha Takta Jivita? That prepared to lay down their lives for my sake. So this is a hint that for myself they are ready to die. So Duryodhana himself is declaring that they are going to die. So this is a hint. This is an indirect hint of Pandavas win, isn't it? So this is, Prabhupada has also mentioned in the Bhagavat that this word is like that. That's how Duryodhana has given his explanation, but this has this side of meaning. Next one. Text 10. Aparyatam tadashmakam balam bhishma abhirakshitam parshvaptam ta idam etasham balam bhishma abhirakshitam bhima abhirakshitam Translation. Our strength is immeasurable and we are perfectly protected by grandfather Bhishma, whereas the strength of the Pandavas, carefully protected by Bhima, is limited. Now, in this connection, there is an interesting thing. Apuriyatam tadashmakam. Apuriyatam tadashmakam. Now, this word apuriyatam means what? Aparjaptam means, in this section, Prabhupada has mentioned immeasurable, aparjaptam. And parjaptam he has limited strength. Like our party, protected by Bhishma, is immeasurable. And Duryodhana's and Pandava's party, protected by Bhima, is limited. Now, this I have initially told, Prabhupada is giving commentary based on whose line, who is the Acharya Prabhupada is following? Baladev Vidyamsh. Now, there is another great exalted Acharya named Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He has given just opposite meaning. Aparjaptam, like this is from Duryodhana's side. From this is interesting, that's why I am just highlighting, touching this stuff. From devotee's side, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is the Acharya who tried to find out something very different and very much interesting. But so he is translating this aparjaptam means not enough, is limited. Actually, the party who is protected by Bhishma is limited. Why it is limited? Bhishma is a so great warrior. Why it is limited? Krishna is not there. The Krishna factor is not there. The divine factor is missing. And this is the purport. So now someone may say that one Acharya is giving this type of purport and another Acharya is completely contradicting the purport. So, and the Parjaptam means enough. Parjaptam, like sometimes we say, we have Parjaptam Prasadam. Parjaptam means sufficient Prasadam is there. And we have Parjaptam, something limited. We don't like that. So in Bengali language also, this word is familiar to us. And this is, so from that aspect, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has given this purport. And Vyasadeva has given a dual meaning. And that this is the beauty that from this side, like it is like 6 and 9. If you see the 6 and 9, so from either direction the 6 will be 6 and from other side it will be 9. The same thing. It is the same thing, but it has a different meaning from which direction you are seeing. So we will find in the next purport regarding the compassion part, Prabhupada himself will contradict himself. This is interesting. In the one section, Prabhupada will say compassion. This is a Vaishnava quality. And the next purport he will say compassion. This should not be the quality of a Kshatriya. So this is the Acharya. So we have to understand in line with the Acharya's point of view. And that's why this is as it is. It is not as it is due to that whatever Krishna has told. No. What Krishna has told we cannot understand. What Vyasadeva has written we cannot understand. We have to understand again in the light of Acharyas whom we are following. Otherwise we may concoct many ideas and we will confused. So that's why this has to be always remembered. So we will be ending with the verse 11. अन्येषु च सर्वेषु यथा भागम् अवस्थिता विश्वम् एव अविरक्षन्तु भवन्तो सर्व एव हि. All of you must now give full support to Grandfather Vishnu as you stand at your respective strategic points of entrance into the phalanx of the army. So here also, Duryodhana's diplomacy has been exposed. He was only mentioning Dronacharya and Bhishma, so other warriors may think, why you have come? Dronacharya and Bhishma is enough. Actually, Bhishma is enough to kill the entire Pandavas. So, to give encouragement, he was actually able to accommodating everyone. This is the quality of a leader. He was actually, Duryodhana was a wonderful leader, but only thing his intention was bad. So he was encouraging everyone and was boosting up. He was boosting up like a moral booster he was giving. That now we are ready and we have to support, because Prabhupada has written that from the back side, as he is an old man, he will be fighting, he will be consumed in fighting in the front side, so from the back side the enemy may attack. So that you have to give protection to the Vishnu Pitamaha. So like that, Duryodhana's mentality has been exposed, and in the next part we will discuss in the next section. We are ending here. I think any question or we can discuss personally. Anyone has any? Anshul, yes.
When Duryodhana mentions about the sons of Subhadra and Draupadi, why doesn't he mention his
Own sons. Duryodhana's own sons. Because Duryodhana's own sons, see, he was mentioning in the opposite side.
But then he starts mentioning this side also.
And he said, like now he has many sons, like they may not be so much important, and so much may not be very good warrior. Like in the last verse, he has included everyone. Sarva Shaineshu. Sarva Shaineshu means everyone included. See, as I have mentioned, that he has mentioning some very important warriors and some who are not so important but have some other tag, other.
Do you think he had the same attachment towards his sons? The Dhritarashtra had it hard for his sons.
May not be, because see, Duryodhana is yes, it is true. He has more attachment for Karna than his own son. That is quite for sure, because he knows very well his son will not be the winning factor. His winning factor is three person. Duryodhana, his Karna, Bhishma Pitamaha and Dronacharya. And that is the reason the Bhishma Pitamaha joined that side. See, if Bhishma Pitamaha would have not joined Duryodhana's side, war would not happen. War would not happen. With Karna also, Duryodhana will not take the risk, would not have taken the risk. That is the one reason we discussed in Bhagavatam last, in the Vishnu part, that how Vishnu is glorified. Vishnu glorified that he helped Krishna's plan. Krishna's plan was to ruination of this Kaurava party. And Vishnu Pitamaha has played the factor that by joining that part, by joining opponent party, Vishnu Pitamaha fulfilled Krishna's desire. And so that's why Vishnu Pitamaha, even though he is a Mahatma, he is taking the side of Ram, Kaurava's part. Is it clear? Yes.
Can you please explain the word Videvan?
Visual, like very much powerful. Like here actually Duryodhana is glorifying the opponent side. So he was actually ensuring that no one in my side, because he was knowing Vishnu Pitamaha and Dronacharya has a very soft corner for Pandava. So he was ensuring that there should not be leniency from their side. So that's why they are saying that there was so much, opponent side is so much strong, so we have to be very fiercefully, we have to fight, vigorously we have to fight. So that's why he was glorifying that.